Hey, what's up, guys? I am Mike, and 28 years later, The Bone Temple has released its first trailer, which is kind of a shock. It shouldn't be because it comes out in January, but it just feels strange in and around the whole that a 28 years later sequel would come out so soon when we've had to wait so long for the previous ones. This has all been a huge reminder for me of just how impactful the end of 28 years later was for me. I love this franchise, and I felt like 85% of the movie was also so good. Absolutely loathed the Jimmy Savile thing at the end that they did. I thought it, for me, completely wrecked the entire film and was corny and cheesy and just awful, tacky garbage. I hate the Power Ranger Jimmy Savile thing. My excitement level is in a completely different place. So let's see, what this trailer has to say, and spoiler warning, it is, Danny Boyle didn't lie to you, it's going to stick with the Jimmies. This movie was filmed back to back with 28 Years Later, for those that don't know. Nia DaCosta is directing this. She directed the remake of Candyman. And the reason Danny Boyle is not directing this movie is simply because, Kat, please get down. Because the way they were shooting them back to back, he had to go do post-production on 28 Years Later and could not direct this. Yeah, you can't be up there, okay? Can't be up there. It's not all right. This is our new cat. Its name's Quentin because it loves feet. True story. So yeah, let's check out the Bone Temple together, and where I'm going to take your mother later. And yeah, I am going to continue to make that joke for as long as it takes. So it opens with this cool time-lapse shot of the boneyard, and with this voice in the background talking about the future and how we can't predict the future and how there may not be a future at all for all we know, which would be a really interesting place to end the franchise, by the way. A really bleak, it would follow kind of what the franchise has done so far, just kind of end with darkness. Like there literally is no future at this point. That would be pretty wild.
In fact, it may not even exist at all.
It feels like they try to recapture the whole Boots essence, which was so cool and felt original in the first trailer. This time it just kind of seems like a weaker version of that, which is, it's fine. It's a trailer, but yeah, you can't help but be like, oh, that's not as powerful.
I cannot see.
We show a train shot of regular folk moving along, and then it cuts quickly to the train being empty and Crazy Ralph rummaging around through their things. Now, I know his name's not Crazy Ralph, his name's Dr. Kelson, but I just like to call him Crazy Ralph Fiennes. So he's in there, he's moving around. We see that he's living in one of these places now. He's got pictures of his wife, he's got the books that he studies, the medicine, all that stuff, pretty much stuff that we already know about him. This means that we could get some shots of ground zero of infection happening once again, which to me is still pretty damn interesting. This is interesting to me too, because last night in the live stream, someone mentioned, hey, what if the infected aren't boinking and creating these children, but it's actually Crazy Ralph, Dr. Kelson, who's going around and actually impregnating these women. And I'm not saying he has to actually like sleep with the infected, but turkey baster, don't breathe, whatever. But he's the one impregnating because he wants to study them. And that's a possibility as well. And it's him that's out there impregnating the infected, and not Harry Henry and his bazooka dong.
Men will no longer communicate.
So Kelson approaches and tries to befriend an alpha dong, and it seems like it works out pretty well for him. What would have been funny for the franchise, if they truly wanted to surprise people, would have that moment when he goes up to him like, hello, friend, just get completely ripped apart and mauled like one of those dumbasses who thinks they can dance with wolves or be best friends with bears. Like, look, the bear, oh my God!
We may have diseases.
Now, I thought that this was Aaron Taylor Johnson hunting in the woods here, but we'll find out later that it's actually not. By the way, where the fuck is Aaron Taylor Johnson? And that's the crazy thing. You had this grounded, interesting story going on over here, and we're just like, we're bored about that. Don't worry about that little guy over there. We're just doing our own weird shit over here.
And barbarism.
And here we go. This group of morose motherfuckers right here wearing their dumbass Brightburn ripoff masks, looking like Goodwill 3 ninjas, only their mom had 3 more kids outside of the marriage with a SoundCloud rapper she met working at Taco Bell. That's what these fuckers look like here. It's so fucking cheesy. Anyways, we see them torturing people here, likely stealing from them and taking those gold chains that they're wearing and whatnot. Just look at these faces. I'm sorry, Die Antwoord, but I don't want to spend an hour and a half with these obnoxious goons. Motherfuckers looking like Mark Wahlberg's Trailer Park Rat's Nest sisters in The Fighter. You talk to me like that in my own kitchen? You owe me $200?
will cease to make any sense.
It looks like they discover Dr. Bald and maybe try to fuck with him, and the whole movie is about a him versus them kind of thing. And also you see these people here who clearly don't want to be around these goons, just like me. And I think what may have happened is, if I'm guessing, the Jimmies may have gone in, raided these people's house, killed their friends, and maybe it's a situation where they're about to kill them, but they notice one of the Jimmies is sick, and they're like, hey, I know a doctor, and the kid keeps his mouth shut, and they're like, I know a doctor, and we can lead him to him if you spare our lives, and maybe that's what, I'm just spitballing possibilities, but yeah, these people clearly aren't happy to be there, but they keep him alive for whatever reason.
Look at the incredible changes.
We see Big Papa Cock here murdering the mysterious Grizzly Adams guy, so we know that that's not Aaron Taylor Johnson, and you better be thankful he was shoving his fist in your face and not something else, you know, the other appendage. Perhaps Ralph befriends Tyrannosaurus Dick over here and then uses him to savagely rip apart the annoying-ass cornballs that are the Jimmies, because that would be dope. Bonesaw is ready! And here we are trying to once again probably make the not powerful Rangers look cool for some reason. Also, where the fuck is that kid from this first movie, Spike? Oh my god, that's Spike from the... They made him wear one of those fucking wigs! This is stupid shit. So we inducted Spike into the gang and gave him a woman's wig. Great. Grand. Awesome. To be honest, the only shot in here that has truly intrigued me, which is 1000% in the opposite from the first time around with the last trailer for the first movie, is the dead bodies in this train.
Are still to come.
Seeing how they got to this point, because they all look pretty fresh. There's some fresh dead bodies over here, real nice. Got them at Target. But you see something moving underneath, but it's likely that that's just one of the Jimmy's origin stories. So here I am, once again, not that interested. Is it just me, or is King Dong doing way too much emoting this time around? Dude got a bit big for his britches in between movies. Like, literally though, like that thing gets hard and it would rip off like Chicago Bulls breakaway warm-up pants all over the place. Y'all ready for Dick? We see lead twat Jimmy here threatening to turn Spike into the Joker, so at least Spike's not making the choice to suck. It seems like he's being forced into this gang of fucks. I don't know what in the Ra's al Ghul fuck is going on here. I think that's Ralph Fiennes. I'm pretty sure, but yeah, it's gotta be. It just looks weird. It's not one of the Jimmies because he's not dressed like a member of Gay Corn, but yeah, that could be, honestly, the death of Dr. Bob. If you look close enough, it almost looks like he's gonna be engulfed by those flames. So people are not gonna like my opinion on this, and that's okay. Like, I get it. Like, I have to be honest, right? I apologize if my opinion affects you in an unnatural way, but I have to be honest. And I love this franchise as much as anybody else, and I just really think they took a big fat shit on it. They've infected been whacking off in my two shit again. At the end of that last film, I get it, Jimmy Savile. People in Britain have been like, you just don't get it because you're American. They don't get our pedo. I'm like, why are you like proud of that? Like, okay, like stop gatekeeping a pedo. Like we get it. The Jimmy Savile guy is a sick, twisted person. I get it. Why did we have to insert that into this franchise that has nothing to do with that? Like, and it's annoying and it's cheesy and it's over the top and it's just gaudy and tacky. You're tacky and I hate you. That's how I feel about that. What's going on there. So I don't know. It hurts a little bit worse than your average movie choice because the franchise had all the potential in the world. And now we're stuck with this. But I will give it a chance and I will try to keep an open mind. But if I'm being honest with you, this entire trailer feels less quality than the first movie did. It feels like you're taking the same characters and locations and it's just lesser than this time around. Kind of like The Hills Have Eyes Part 2 of the remake. You know what I mean? Like, it's all there, but it's just not the same. It feels tired and not Alexander Aja now. It just feels cheaper and just not that interesting. It just, maybe that's just me. I know I'm not completely alone, but you know, I don't know, same character, same look, but just less fascinating now. It's just, you know, that's just my honest take, and I hope you guys will appreciate that. And I love your all's fucking faces. If you're new to the channel, subscribe. We do trailer breakdowns all the time. We'll be covering this movie. Hopefully I'll be wrong about it. We shall find out in January. Love your all's fucking faces. Hope you guys have a great day.